Okay, so recruiting. And this is this idea of driving around without a spare tire. Okay, and this is controversial, so don't go back and say you want to do this, because your HR person will freak and the owners of your company will freak. But think about it, right? Who does not have a spare tire in a car today? It's crazy. Would you think the time to go buy a spare tire is when you have a blowout, like I did a couple weeks ago on 540? Oh, guess what? I got a blowout. I better go look for a spare tire, right? It's crazy. But think about, how do we go and replace employees? We lose an employee, we call a recruiter, and we say, nah, got an opening. It's the same thing. It's absolutely crazy to recruit that way, okay? Never search for an employee when you need one, because they're just not going to be available. It's only going to be by luck that a recruiter is going to get someone, because you know what the recruiters do. They call you and try to get you to move, right? The idea is, live and breathe recruiting all the time. All the time. I had a story, and it was really cool, because I saw this kid last night. We had a contractor had an industrial accident in our facility in the south, and I went to see him in a hospital. He fell 26 feet on the concrete. Okay, and he was lucky. And I walked in his hospital room and introduced myself, told him he's a lucky guy, and he's all banged up, and he was very lucky. He hit something on the way down, it broke his fall, and the only thing he did was he broke his heel, and he got cut from his safety glasses. Okay, but I mean, he was gone. If that bale of paper wasn't there, he was gone. And so he was pretty down on himself. And I asked him, well, when you get out of here, what are you going to do? He said, well, I was at ATU, and I had to drop out this last because I can't do my finals, but I'll go back and I'll get my finals. I said, well, what are you going to school for? And he said, I don't know, industrial psychology or something, HR or something. And I said, you need to come to talk to us, when you get your diploma in October. He said, because they'll delay it. And he just looked at me and said, why would you want to hire me? I'm bad luck. And I said, well, not bad luck, you had an accident. Now, he didn't work for us, he worked for a contractor, so it wasn't even our deal, right? But the point was, you recruit all the time, right? Because that's how you find people. The best recruit is the one that took no effort at all. It's the one that you grew yourself, right? You know a kid, you bring him in, you develop him. We do that all the time with our engineers. We bring them in from school and we develop them, okay? He takes this whole thing to the next level. He works with the professors at the University of Arkansas to identify the really good kids. So he grabs them before, they even know that they're good. So I really like that. Recruit 24/7, individual values must align with your organization, right? When you find someone that has the values and cultural alignment of your organization, you need to just hire them. Forget what they know, because you're going to be able to teach them anything. But you can't teach them culture, you can't teach them values. So if their values align with your values of your organization, you need to just bring them in. You will find a place for them, okay? And this is the one that's very, very controversial, and I tell my people this all the time. Calling a recruiter to fill a position is a leadership networking failure, okay? You failed as a leader in your ability to network the community and the industry if you have to call a recruiter to fill. Okay, now that's a little strong, okay? And I understand you need recruiters, okay? But I truly believe that the corollary of this is you're very successful when you have people in seats on the bus that you're ready to move, okay? Because you got the right people early on. And I just put this together, call it the 8 R's of extraordinary resource performance, okay? People are your greatest asset, then you need to treat them that way. We all say that, then we need to treat them that way. So the first one is constantly recruit. Just talk that one to death, okay? Second one is replenish, okay? Immediately replace those who choose to leave. Now, don't make it easy for them to leave, because make sure they know that they should leave for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. And the wrong reason is I can't get along with somebody, right? The right reason is your organization has changed. We hired this kid, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago, maybe less than that. And he came to us from Lewis and Clark. And I asked him one day, I said, why would you leave? You started at Lewis and Clark when they started, right? You and Rob started the company, and I said, why would you leave that? He said, their vision changed, right? They went from an outdoor company to more of an apparel company, and I signed up to be an outdoor kind of guy, right? And then he changed, and that was the right, that's the way he wanted to move his business, but that's not me. That's the right reason to leave a company, not because you're upset with someone. Because trust me, you're gonna have that same problem somewhere else. There's gonna be a person that you won't get along with somewhere else, okay? Regenerate, require everyone to update their CVs. What I mean by this is, you have to continuously improve your skills every year. Getting the diploma or getting your certificate or getting whatever, okay, is not enough to put it in a drawer and then you're done. Every year you should be doing something to improve your skills, and you should do that with your people. And why I say update, because what I ask my people to do is to update their resumes every year and put it in a file by a certain day. And what that means is I want to see a change. Every year I want to see that change because they learned something else, okay? And that it just gives the accountability. Reverse bad decisions quickly. We will all make a bad hire, okay? But recognize it quickly and deal with it and get it out. Reward your best performers all the time. Don't ever let them worry about, am I getting paid enough? And it's not about pay, right? Reward can come in a lot of ways. Reward can be just recognition, okay? But, I'm not talking about the Jack Welch philosophy of taking your best 10 and rewarding them and taking your worst 10 and throwing them out, right? This is kind of the different. Just make sure your best performers know that you appreciate them. Don't let them think about it. And then reevaluate what's needed regularly. And I'm talking about competencies, right? If you need a CPA now, go get them, okay? Because that will change as you grow. And remember, this is all about growing. If you're a stagnant organization, all these principles don't really work. But if you're growing, and then refuse to allow people to leave for the wrong reasons. Make sure you coach them. If they're gonna leave, talk to them. If it was money, deal with it, right? If it was a person, deal with coaching, right? Don't let them leave. And that's not always a bad thing, right? And Gabriel, I'll put you on the spot a little bit, right? Gabriel came to me when he first started, and he thought he needed to leave to go down a different career path, okay? Well, we talked about it, and then he made a decision following our talk, right? And it wasn't that I just said, no, you can't do this. It was about, let's find out what you're trying to accomplish here, and then let's maybe course correct. And then rewind, recycle what worked. That's that continuous improvement thing, right? If you mess up, and we will, in a recruit, fix it. I won't talk about compensation systems other than performance-based compensation systems and skill-based compensation systems are very different, right? Basically, not rewarding because you've been here for 20 years and then now you've been here for 25 years, but rewarding because you're learning more. So you want those that are coming into your company that have a lot of capability and potential, but are young, not have to think, oh man, I gotta wait till I'm here 20 years before I get to that level, right? You want them to know that they can get to that level tomorrow. And then recognition systems. And really the only thing I wanna say here is, make sure you're dealing with that. Recognize employees. And employees get recognized for all different, or that they're motivated by all different ways, right? It's not always money. And in fact, once you get past being able to eat, right? Meaning once you pass critical mass, money is not a motivator. It just makes someone happy for a couple of days, and then you got to deal with the root cause.